So, of course, this is the car that was giving us all the trouble before. I put waste oil, used waste oil in the tank. We put, it has a 10-gallon tank, and we put 5 gallons of waste oil in it, and it wouldn't start. Well, it wouldn't start because I had a bad lift pump. That lift pump was replaced. Let me see if I can hold this camera. Oh, sheesh. Boy, everything's going off. Okay, here we go. And this is how she starts now. So you can see it's kind of normal. It's smooth out. It's decent. So anyway, now this car can run up to 50% waste oil to 50% of pump diesel. When running off of vegetable oil, you can't run a 50-50 mix. This is what I found out. If you do, it becomes too thick and the engine will not start properly. But on pump diesel, 50% waste oil, 50% diesel. Okay, I also ran some other tests. I wanted to see if there was a difference between, now this is my other bomb. This is not a bad car. I really don't know why I don't drive this. I just have too many cars. This is the turbo diesel. And the pack rats, I've had it for a lot of years. The pack rats got in there and ate some of the wiring. There are pieces of wire that go nowhere anymore. Like this one, I don't know if you can see that or not. But with an engine that only has 6 wires total to the entire engine, it doesn't make any difference. The car doesn't care. So, I haven't had this started in a while. I don't know what it's going to do. Oh, it does that. That's good. Oh. Well, it seems to be relatively happy. I just don't drive it because I got too many. So here it sits, waiting for something else to go bad, so that I put it on the road. Anyway, let's go back to waste oil. So 50% waste oil and 50% diesel. I already did that. So let's talk about different kinds of oil. I did find out that if you put Waste Mobile 1 in the tank as a waste oil, it doesn't start as easily as petroleum-based waste oil. I don't know the reason for that, but that's what I ran up against. And if you use transmission fluid, it starts easier. But above 50%, you get a lot of smoke, and it's just not a good idea. So over here, we've got a new addition to the yard. It's a 1982 Volvo turbo diesel, same as the blue wagon. This was dropped off by a guy named Marty. It's got 175,000 miles on it. It's been sitting for 15 years. And as you'll see in a minute why he stopped driving it. Even though it mechanically is quite sound, it is cosmetically quite crappy. I mean, this baby looks like, well, if you look over there, you'll see the dash is falling out. He didn't take that apart. One day, the whole glove box and everything just fell on the floor. So, as you can see from the springs sticking through the floor seat and things like that, this car is ready for the boneyard. But, as much as it's ready for the boneyard, This car is oh, shut up. Well, that's got to stop. Okay, so much for the air conditioning. As much as it's ready for the boneyard, it runs like brand new. Got an open intake over here, so when you gun it you can hear the turbo kick in. It works nice, but this car has been through hell and back. I mean, it's sad. It really is sad. I'm not going to mind taking this one apart because there is no purpose. Do you wonder why the back is up in the air like that? I was testing the overdrive transmission. And rather than drive it, I jacked it up so the rear wheels were off the ground so I could go through the gears and check the overdrive, because the overdrive relay was bad. I had to actually go in and cut the wires and activate the overdrive with 12 volts directly to the transmission. So this is going to be my parts car. This is going to make a nice parts car. Got everything I need. Even the air conditioning works. This is a car that you don't see. A 1982 Isuzu diesel. I've had this car for a while. This car is torture to drive. It feels like there is nothing that feels like this car. This is bare bones. This is when you have to have a diesel and you have to get 50 miles a gallon and you're willing to put up with just about anything. This car rides terrible. It has terrible brakes. It has terrible seats. It's just terrible. But it ran good when I drove it. I was running it on vegetable oil. It hasn't been started in a while. Let's see what it does. Oh, I gotta push in the clutch. It's just, I forget. Try that again. Come on. There she goes. Air conditioning's on, so the engine's not going to run very well. Come on. Alternator's bad. It's got a leak in the gas tank, or in the fuel tank, because it doesn't use. This car tortured me for about 3 years, and here it sits, because driving a Volvo is so much nicer than driving an iMark. But I'm going to keep it, because 55 miles a gallon is pretty nice. But as you can see, the weeds are growing up around it. Same with the 242 GT over here. I don't even know. You're wondering why all these cars have batteries? It's because I get batteries for free. So I end up with batteries. So anyway, you can run all kinds of stuff in your diesel. Don't let me stop you. And I thank everybody for their comments on the videos, and I'll do another video of this car once I get it all ripped apart. Everything's coming out, the motor and all, because there's just nothing wrong with it.